Coach told me also that he's had you out and kind of gave you a history lesson out of the trophy case and everything, so I won't go into all that, but it goes back a long way. It goes back to Likens and Upper Dauphin joint, and it started, and we've just progressed down the road. And I guess the first thing that talks about tradition tonight when you go out, before you salute the flag for the national anthem, you need to look up on the wall and just look at all the banners that are up there. I think that's the first thing that talks about tradition and pride in Trojan basketball. And a lot of schools, they hang banners for every year they win a championship on the wall. If they did that here, they'd have the wall papered with banners. That's how many championships the guys have won around here, and you guys are continuing that. You're going to continue that tradition tonight, I'm sure. But nonetheless, I think that's the number one thing. I think the number two thing is one of the articles I read in the paper at the beginning of the season, which kind of had you guys in the middle of the pack. But one of the things that some of the coaches were saying was that they kind of thought one of the toughest places to play in the league was Upper Dauphin. That doesn't have anything to do with the wood on the floor, or as some people used to say, the baskets are a little tight at UDA. It has a lot to do with the Trojan tradition and pride, and people hate to come here and play. They hate to come here and play. And we just got to keep beating them so they keep hating to come here and play. And you guys have continued that tradition this year, and I'm sure you will go on to do that. One other thing I'd like to talk about that's really kind of important to me, and I think it's important to tradition and building a program and continuing to keep it going. One of the things that really an athlete can do, I don't know, everybody remembers Charles Barkley. I'm not the only guy here that remembers Charles. One of the comments that he made as an athlete is, I'm not your son or daughter's idol or role model. Well, let me tell you something, he's wrong. He was a lot of people's sons and daughters' role model. And as you guys wear that Trojan uniform and go out there and play in front of these fans and these younger kids that are out there watching you perform each and every night, they look to you as role models. They look to you guys as the guy they want to be when they get to be juniors and seniors in high school. But they also look at what you do outside of the basketball court and use that as a role model. You need to remember that as you're growing up, as you're going through the program here, as you be a role model for those young kids. That when I drive down the highway and I go through Likens and I see a kid in the alley out shooting hoops, or through Eville or Gratz, and I see a kid out shooting hoops in the middle of the summer when it's 99 degrees, that builds pride and tradition. And you guys set the example for that. And I think by going out there tonight and winning another championship for Upper Dauphin, you keep that tradition going. And I think the other thing that I think is, I read Coach Callan's comments in the paper about the playoff game. You step right into that playoff game and take Trojan tradition. Not only goes in the Tri-Valley League, it goes outside the Tri-Valley League. People from all over District 3 know about the Upper Dauphin area Trojans because we beat the best over the years. I know you guys can do it too if you go out and play hard and play like a team like you've been playing throughout this whole year, which is another thing. I see it's on the board here. You know, I know it's a phrase, but there's no I in team, and you guys know it. I've watched you play, and you play like a team. So I wish you the best of luck, and I thank you for carrying on the Trojan pride and tradition here at Upper Dauphin area. Good luck to you.
One of the neatest things about the whole Trojan tradition is the fraternity that has grown over the years. All right, and tonight, I know I'm here as a former coach, but and I've had a lot of good memories as a coach, believe me. But as a player, and what?
And bad.
And yeah, I just don't want to go on about either. But that's kind of a trait of a coach. Sometimes you look back and you remember the losses as a coach. But as a player, I know when I think back to playing here at Upper Dauphin, it's the wins that I remember. And tonight, I take pride, and I hope you take pride. But I'm proud that you're going to enter that fraternity with us. All right, there's a lot of there's guys, Al Bowman and Mike, Coach Miller here, who I was a little young, sorry Coach, I was a little young to remember them playing, yet growing up, I knew their names. I knew their names even though I don't remember them on the court. My first memories are Robin Straub and Brian Botts in the early 70s. Even my brother, 69, I don't remember. But he reminded me tonight that he and help me here, Coonsey, and who else would have been the only 3 or 4 players that played on both of those district championship teams?
Paul Hoffner was another one.
Paul Hoffner, we lost him.
Yes.
But there's a couple players there that played on 2 district championships, because I guess you guys were kind enough to blow them out in the district final, so they got in as sophomores.
Yes.
But it's just neat. Just Al Bowman and I, we've gotten in friends over the years, just as few times we see each other, but it's because of that Trojan and sort of alumni games that you get back for, and maybe the next couple of years we can bring some alumni games back again. But it's neat. It's really neat to look back, remember the teammates. Well, getting back to what he said, my worst fear was someone would steal a little bit of my thunder, but I think it's a good segue. Mentioning the kids. My memories from that early 70s were sitting there in the front row, which you saw me this year with the 5th graders too. But, hoping that ball would roll over to me, and if no one was looking, take a shot. Or even better yet, if someone was looking, pass it to Robin Straub. So he thinks if he made it, then that was my pass. Your Uncle Brad was always right next to me. And every game, he'd be Bill Botts, and I'd be Robin Straub, and whoever scored the most points won that night. Then Saturday morning, I'd be taking off my socks, throwing them in the basket. Robin Straub, 2 points, But that's what you guys have brought back. You don't even realize, probably, and by the smiles on your faces, I think you appreciated it, but you guys might not even be able to appreciate it enough to know what I'm sure that meant to those kids when you came out with the Duane Valley game and giving everybody 5s there. That builds a program more than you can imagine, because those kids came all the more excited to the next elementary practice, to the next 5th and 6th grade practice. They now want to be what you were, just like I wanted to be Robin Straub, or Brad wanted to be Bill Botts. You guys have brought that back, and to watch you do it has been neat. I know I talked to you midway through the year, and I told you to enjoy it. My guess is you've enjoyed it. The journey is the fun. The journey is the fun. You guys have done a tremendous job this year. Again, I welcome you to that special fraternity, and when we have alumni games, get back here, and we'll get on the court again. All right, but again, too, good luck. Finish it tonight. You got a little bit of business. I'm sure Coach isn't letting you forget that. You got a little bit of business to take care of tonight. Go out there and do it. All right, play hard, play well, respect your opponent. And that's the one more comment I got to make of you guys. You guys, I've seen players in Millersburg will tell me to shut up. And saw him whipping the bird down in Millersburg to fans. I saw Williams Valley kids shove Robbie Miller into the wall, and when he had a chance to get him back, he didn't. You guys, no matter how tough the games have been at different times of the season, you guys never lost focus of what you had to do in the court. You never pushed back when they pushed. All you did was kick their ass, okay? And, you guys played basketball. When someone else wanted to get dirty and lose their game, you guys kept your head on what you had to do. You didn't back away. You played hard and you won the games. As tough as some of them were. So that's been neat. I've been telling so many people about it. My Sunday school class, I've been telling about you guys. Because you play like you're supposed to play. And take Coach Miller's advice. Be the same off the court. All right? People in this room, people out in the gym care about you more than you imagine. I didn't think about what I thought you got through it. But anyway, I welcome you to the fraternity. I'm very proud of what you guys have done. Finish it tonight, and you're going to invite them to practice tomorrow. If you get a chance, I'm sure.
Yeah, the 5th and 6th grade,
Or no.
3rd and 4th grade practice tomorrow, yeah.
The kids would be nuts if you guys go there. They'll love to see it. So if you get a chance, do that a little bit. It will, again, be all part of the program. Kind of cement that foundation. So finish it tonight. Good luck in districts. We'll see you at Lower Dolphin at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, next Tuesday.
All right. Good.
I kind of feel like we went full circle. Guys, coaches here talk about they didn't remember some of the players. I remember them all because I was here. I was a freshman when Coach Foster came to Upper Dolphin. Okay, we're Upper Dolphin joint back in those days. I was a freshman, and by the time of the senior, the first time Upper Dolphin won a championship, we went undefeated, 22-0. So I've been here. 3 years ago, some of your parents, the seniors, some of your parents came to me with a vision that you players had. You want to put that last number on that banner up there, that championship banner. And I would say for the last 3 years, when the Star Bengal banner plays, most of you weren't looking at the flag, you looked at that empty spot up there. talking about fraternity, all of the coaches ever were head coach ever often played for Coach Foster during some time of their development, and also under me at some time of their development. I was just happy to be here with the program. And as Michael Jordan the other night said, he's passed the torch on the fellows. We've done that. Coach Miller passed the torch on to Coach Peters, and he passed it to Coach Huffman, and he passed it to me, and I kept it for a few years. And we, as coaches last year, Coach Khan and I looked at our personnel and said, we got a 2-year program here, 2 years to a championship. We started a year ago working to develop a championship team. We knew that we were going to take our lumps when most of you guys were juniors, because we didn't get the horses inside, we lost a lot of depth. But we knew coming back this year that we had the horses in the stable, but that doesn't make you champions, fellas. It still takes a lot of hard work and a lot of good coaching. Very fortunately, Coach Cowan got a chance to work with you guys, and the transition was so smooth from him taking over. Had he not been on board, I probably would still be the head coach, all right? Because I wanted to make sure that the program was in good hands before I just passed the torch on. So I knew that this year was going to be a good year for the players. It's been a good year for me as well as a fan. It's been a good year for Coach. I passed in the torch, and another alumni Upper Dolphin. I hope you keep it for a long time and continue. And all the good teams that ever played Upper Dolphin, fellas, you're in that mode. The hustle, the bustle, the go get them, the check, the rebounding, the fast break, the defense. I mean, you guys, all those numbers up on the banner of championship teams, you guys fall right in there. So you don't have to take a second seat to anybody. I don't want to talk a whole lot about your success this year, but fellas, you're at the point now, refocus for the districts. Refocus. It's a big step up. We played Trinity last year, right? You played the best. You've been there. Now you can play the rest, okay? But don't look at the records. Every team's there for a reason. Refocus for the districts. Take the confidence, the tradition, the pride that you had instilled all year and go forward, all right? Don't look at the top rung yet, each step as you go, all right? And you guys can do it, all right? And the only thing I want to finish up with here is that a lot of teams have come and gone at other schools. Halifax had a little run. Middleburg had a championship team last year. Where are they this year? Upper Dolphin has a program. We don't have a team. We have tradition, pride. We have a program, and it's going to continue. You guys are part of that. Welcome to fraternity, as Coach has said. Coach Callan, good luck. You did a tremendous job this year. And like I say, talent is one thing, but using that talent, potential is great, but you got to get it out. You guys did an outstanding job. And the coaches, and I can talk, I guess, as a father figure here, you guys. Coach Miller was the last coach that put a district championship up there in the game. And had Coach Miller not broke an arm when he was a senior, we probably would have a very good chance at the states. He was an outstanding player, fellas. And I think you might know, if he's not, Coach Huffman scored 1,000 points the last shot of his last game as a senior. And that's meaningful. And there's a lot of history, a lot of tradition. And I still have that book I'm getting ready for you guys.
From last year.
When I retire.
Real quick, can I ask you three, just real quick, because I'm not sure how much time, I really don't give a care about that. But real quick, the seniors, last game on their home court, any memories of that? Any suggestions for them? Any whatever? The last time they'll lace them up here in front of the home crowd. Do you have any memories of that, or ideas, or maybe not memories, but comments?
My only comment is this is a very special night, as I told you before, for all of you, especially the seniors. It's your last game you'll ever play here, and believe me, you'll remember it for a long time. And so I think you have to make it special tonight so that you have very good memories for a long time. I really think that's important, so I'm getting it.
When I think of the last game, there isn't one thing. I remember my senior season just being so special. And you seniors have experienced that yourself. But I remember one other, I won't get going. But anyway, yeah, senior season was just so special. The whole thing, my best friends are from that team. So yeah, it's just something you guys will carry forever. Like my brother said on the phone when I was coming in, he said he still takes a lot of pride, and when he walks into this gym, speaking of the gym anyway, to look up there and see your year up there. It's as good as seeing your name up there, you know. And tonight you guys get to sew that number on that banner up there.
Let's just say, take a little time to smell the roses when you got there for you seniors. It's your last game on our floor, but it's not your last game. But just take a chance to look around, think of the memories, the warmth of the gym, the banners, the history, tradition. Just take a little time to look around when you're going through your pregame or when the Star Spangled Banner and things are going on in introduction. Just take a little bit of time to look around and say, hey man, this is great. You're part of a great organization.
So
That kind of reminds me. We won the championship in my junior year over at Halifax. And I'll never forget, it was a tight game, and in the third, fourth quarter, we blew West Perry out and ended up winning by 18 or something like that. So we did get a chance to breathe easy. You know, it wasn't the last shot fell and, you know, all of a sudden we're champs. We did get a chance to enjoy that. And that was important because to this day, I remember on a foul shot late in the game, Dave Mass on one side of the court, I'm on the other, out near half court. And he looked up and we both smiled and he gave me a little wink. I remember that wink to this day. So I think you're right. Enjoy it tonight. Well,
soak it in.
Yeah.
A lot out there tonight to enjoy.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you.
Guys,
Good luck, Coach.
thank you. Yep, thanks.
We'll see
All
you.
right, fellas, we got our work cut out for us. Let's go see what's going on out there. I don't know what's going on. Diddy, go see what's going on out there.
Well, after that fine presentation in the locker room by the coaching staff, we are awaiting the entrance of the ball club onto the court here now as we prepare to take on these West Snyder Mounties in the final game of the 2002-2003 season. A little nervous tonight here as the boys set to win the overall championship for the first time since 1993. So the Trojans have gone and waited a long time now, about 10 years, to get back into the championship round here. And tonight, they're about to do that against these Mounties if we can overcome the Mounties, who are not an impressive basketball team this year. But I'm sure the Mounties will get better as time goes on. And the Trojans coming off a fantastic year, ending up with two very tough ball games here down the stretch. Well, the first one in the first half, actually, when they faced Millersburg and defeated the Millersburg Indians right here on this court by 2 points, I believe it was. And then just the last game out over at Line Mountain, when a very determined Line Mountain Eagle basketball team tried to upset our apple cart over there and took us to a overtime, and the Trojans coming out victorious there 76-75 in OT. Tonight is senior night here as they recognize the senior, the last ball game that the seniors will be playing here in front of their hometown fans. Of course, we'll move on to district playoffs starting next Tuesday. But for the seniors, a night of memories here at UDA as they put on the uniform for the final time here at home. So should be a very interesting ball game, and the Trojans certainly are ready. We got to thank the West Snyder folks for traveling down here on this very, very snowy night outside. It's not a particularly nice evening out here, and it is a long trip from West Snyder, and they have been very, very patient with the Trojans as they set up some of the festivities. Now, the scoreboard clock is ready to go, and I'm not exactly sure if the Trojans are ready or not. Yeah, here we go. And we'll get on with the recognition of the seniors.
We'll first start with the senior cheerleaders. First of all is Lauren Miller. Lauren has 2 years of varsity basketball cheerleading experience and 1 year of varsity football cheerleading. She is involved in the Far East Club. Lauren is a member of the 2002 cheerleading competition squad, which won 3rd place in Maryland. Her hobbies and interests include hanging out with friends, having fun, and going dancing. Her future plans are to pursue a career in dance and theater. Coach's comments about Lauren: you're the one who has a response for every situation, good or bad. We love you dearly. Best wishes, and you will be missed. Keep up the enthusiasm. Lauren's message to her parents: Mom and Dad, I love you both so dearly. Thanks for being there for me through the good times and bad times. I hope to make you two very proud of me someday. Love you. Congratulations, Lauren. include photography and just being with her friends. Her future plans are undecided. The coach's comments about Crystal: your coaches will never forget that special game when you tried to spear it a new way onto the floor and ended up sliding across the floor on your bottom. Best wishes, and we will miss you. Crystal's message to her parents: thanks for being there for me throughout this whole experience. I love yous. Congratulations, Crystal. And now the senior members of the boys basketball team. First of all, Chad Dietrich. Chad has 3 years varsity experience in baseball and 2 years varsity experience in basketball. He is a member of the National Honor Society, Conservation Club, and Basketball Instruction Videos Club. He was a 2002 Tri-Valley Association Scholar Athlete. Chad's hobbies and interests include playing sports, hunting, fishing, and playing euchre. For his future plans, he is planning to attend either Ursinus College, Lebanon Valley College, or McDaniel College to study international relations and play baseball. Coach's comments on Chad. Chad is the heart of the team. His enthusiasm and competitive spirit are contagious to the rest of the players. He is like a coach on the floor and has helped me make important decisions in critical game situations. I think Chad would make an excellent coach someday. Oh yeah, he's also responsible for creating our awesome pre-game music CD. I'm very proud of what Chad has done for this team. Chad's message to his parents: I love you guys. Thanks for the support and for putting up with me all these years. Let's hope this college thing goes well. Also, thank you to all the alumni who have helped us improve all year long. Congratulations, Chad. Next senior, Chris Kessler. Chris is a 2-year letter winner in basketball. His clubs and activities include Euchre Club for 2 years, Basketball Instructional Video Club for 2 years. His hobbies and interests include listening to music, hanging out with his bros on the weekends. In the future, he plans to attend a 4-year college, majoring in business. Coach's comments on Chris. Chris is the funniest guy on our team. His dry sense of humor has cracked up our team on many occasions. Chris has played his role this year without complaint and has been very valuable to the success of this team. After briefly considering hanging up 2 years ago, Chris is living proof of what Coach Gordy Foster used to always say: those who stay will be champions. I'm very proud of you, Chris. Chris's message to his parents: thanks for being supportive and helping me stick with it. I'm glad to have you, and I love you guys. Congratulations, Chris. Next senior, Robbie Miller. Robbie is a basketball letter winner for 3 years, baseball letter winner for 3 years, soccer letter winner for 2 years. His clubs and activities include Basketball Instructional Video Club, Conservation Club, FFA, Student Council, Aesthetics of Film Club, Relay for Life participant. He was named to the Tri-Valley League All-Star Second Team. Big 15 honorable mention. Will be playing in the Mid-State Round Ball Showcase. For baseball, he was a Tri-Valley League All-Star First Team and member of the District Championship Team. His hobbies and interests include sports, basketball, baseball, soccer, golf, euchre with friends, driving around, and hanging at hacks. In the future, he plans to attend college, majoring in criminal justice. The coach's comments about Robbie: Robbie has been a great team player for us this year. His unselfishness and ability to hit the open teammate has made us a hard team to beat. Of course, he can shoot the lights out, always has been able to, but it is his commitment to team comes first that has made the biggest impression on me. Rob is as competitive a guy as they come, and his play in big games this year has been outstanding. I'm very proud of what Robbie has done for this team. Robbie's message to his parents: Mom and Dad, thanks for your constant love and supporting me, no matter what. Mom, even though you can't dribble a ball and run, you're always there for me. You are my best fan and cheerleader. Thank you for all the behind-the-scenes work you do for me. You're the best mom. Dad, thank you for helping me develop into the player I am. Your ability and skill, along with the love of the game that you passed down to me, is a part of all my games. Even though it's been difficult for you to attend some of my games, you are on the court with me. Nan and Pat, thank you for always being there for me, for letting me shoot in the rain and snow. I would not be where I am today without your love and dedication. Coach Haynes, thank you for believing in my ability and giving me a chance. To my teammates, it's been an unbelievably great senior season. Being a team player is what it's all about, and you guys are terrific. Trojan troopers, you really pumped me up. You are the greatest fans the team could ask for. Coach Kalman, good luck and best wishes for success in all your future basketball seasons at UDA. Congratulations, Robbie. Next senior is Mark Oxendine. Mark is a basketball letter winner. His clubs and activities include Conservation Club, Film Club. His hobbies include fishing and playing sports. His future plans are to attend college. Coach's comments about Mark. Mark is so cool. He is by far the quietest member of this senior class, but his actions speak much louder than words. He is a hard worker. He is completely unselfish. He is a gamer, always coming in off the bench to rally the team. He is loyal to his team, and he is clutch at the end of big ball games from the foul line. Ox is deeply respected by his peers, as well as by the coaching staff. His work ethic and commitment to the team should be copied by future players. I'm very proud of you, Mark. Mark's message to parents: thanks for putting up with me through school and basketball. I love you guys. Congratulations, Mark. Last but not least, senior Anthony Weaver. Anthony is a career letter winner in basketball. He is a member of the National Honor Society. He had been honored with the Tri-Valley League Student Athlete Award. His hobbies and interests include playing sports and hunting. His future plans are to attend college. Coach's comments about Anthony. Anthony is the spiritual leader of this basketball team. His faith in God and the way he lives his life is an inspiration to his fellow peers as well as to the coaching staff. I have never, ever had to ask Anthony to play harder. I don't believe it's possible to play with more passion in the way he plays. He plays with the kind of joy that says, I'm having the time of my life and I will never have any regrets. Thank you, Anthony, for leading us by your example. I'm very proud of you. Anthony's message to his parents: thanks for always being there for me and for all of your support. I love you guys. Congratulations, Anthony. A final congratulations and good luck to all seniors. Would you please rise for the singing of our national anthem by Dale and Coach Callahan?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, we're set to go now with the opening tip-off of tonight's ball game. Kessler out there. Starting five, all seniors here for UDA. No, they're not. Yes, they are. Yeah. Here's Oxidine. We'll pick up the boys from West Snyder as we go along here. Here's Dietrich with it. Out in front here from Miller. Rob takes it inside, 6-foot layup, no good. Return shot put up over there, no good. A rebound tapped around inside, controlled well on a jump. And so West Snyder will inbound the basketball. Up court, they come with it, stolen away nicely in there by Oxidine. Nice bounce pass over from Miller, but hit Rob on the foot. And so it'll have to come up the other way. 42 is Ferguson. 4 out there, Price. Or Trago, rather. Foul called on Oxidine. His first foul of the ball game. And 33, Kurt Wagner will inbound the ball. Whoops, put it inside here. Trago almost had no idea it was going, trying to hit him on the belly. Inside, they'll go with a nice pass over there. Ferguson dropping it back outside here now. Trago with it. One over there is Jay Wagner, so we got a couple of Wagners in here now. This is Kurt Wagner, dropping it inside, stolen away nicely there by Chris Kessler. Picking it up is Oxidine over there for Dietrich. Dietrich coming back for UD. Over the wing he goes with it into the corner now for Weaver. Shot from the wing for 2 is good. That's Mark Oxidine getting the first 2 points of the ball game for UDA. Trago bringing it up court. Trago pushing it over here for that number 1 guy. He'll push it into the corner. Right inside, the ball tipped away, stripped away, picked up here by Anthony Weaver. Weaver back with it for UD. Anthony with a nice bounce pass from Miller for 2. It's good. Nice bounce pass from Anthony Weaver to Robbie Miller, and Robbie put her home. They're looping inside. 33 has it. Spinning it on the near wing here. Out of bounds off the hands of number 1. And UD will inbound. Here's Weaver. Near wing over here for a pass back out here for Oxidine. Oxidine back for Robbie Miller. 17-foot try. In and out it spins. No good. Rebound comes down inside there. Controlled here to Chad Dietrich for 2. A little bit short. And a foul called on Chad as he went over the top of Trago. And it'll be his first, team's second. And Kurt Wagner will inbound the ball for Trago. Trago up the wing. He comes with it with a rush all the way down on the wing. Fires it inside there. The ball comes right loose to number 3, who puts it home. It's 4-2. UD by 2. Number 3 out there is Page. 1 is Jay Wagner. 3 is Page. Trago 4. On the wing it goes now. They'll push it on inside here for Oxidine. Giving it to Chris Kringle Kessler. Over the wing it goes now. They'll spin it inside here for Weaver. Weaver's shot blocked away as Ferguson, or rather Kurt Wagner, got a hand on that one, knocked it out of there. So it'll be UD inbounding the ball. Miller from outside for a couple, no good, a little bit short. Rebounded nicely inside there to Oxidine. His shot a little short. For the fellas playing a little bit 9.5-foot basketball instead of 10 here in the early going of this one. Trago bringing it up and pushes it over here. Stolen away by Oxidine and out of bounds. He knocks it, but it'll be inbounded by the Mounties. New squad coming in for UD now. Andy's into the ball game for the first time, along with, well, in fact, they're all new. Shiley, Andes, Markle, Warner. Shot from the wing, no good. Rebounded there to Peters. Alec Peters has it, puts it down for one dribble, and then spins it ahead here for Warner. Kyle Warner looping it right underneath here, intended for Markle, but Markle has it off his hands. Peters picking it up. Peters stops back, puts a shot up, no good. Rebounded in there to that Mountie for three, no good. Rebounded here to Markle. Austin Markle coming back with it for UDA. He'll slow it down, go into the wing there for Warner. Andrews rather. Andrews for shot, no good. Peters with a rebound, pushes right inside here for Shiley for two. That shot blocked away. And back with it come the Mounties. On the baseline for two. It's good. It's 4-4 tie here with 3:47 left in the opening period. This is Markle inside for Andes. Andes for two. It's good. Justin Andes got to go inside that time with it and put it home for two. Trago up court for the Mounties. It's 6-4 UD. Nice pass inside and a shot in a bucket and a foul called. And that's going to send this Wagner to the line, Kurt Wagner to the line shooting one to get three. And or he can shoot. The female coach of the Mounties calls timeout. Kurt Wagner at the line to shoot one to get three and to give the Mounties a 7-6 lead if he puts this in. Here's his shot. It is good, and the Mounties lead 7-6. Quick outlet up here now for Miller. Miller racing and pushing it on the baseline for Andes for two. It is good. The bucket will count, and Andes will go to the line shooting one to get three. Nice bounce pass inside from Robbie Miller to Justin Antes that time after the long inbound pass by Weaver. So Anthony will shoot one. Anthony can give the Trojans a 2-point lead. He puts this one in, which he did. 9-7 UD by two. Oh, it looked like 5 seconds might have expired there, but I guess not. This is Trago back here for Page, or for the other Warner, or Wagner rather. Here's Kurt Wagner back here for a bounce pass inside there. There's Page looping one inside, stolen away by the Trojans. Back with it comes Andes. Andes with a nice bounce pass there for Miller. He's fouled, and Robbie will go to the line shooting two for UD. Rob's first one. Go ahead. Well, these guys have played excellent basketball all year long this year for Coach Callahan. They really have. Putting out every game 105%. Second shot, a little bit off the mark, rebounded in there. Let's see. Andes goes for it, but it's pulled down there by that Stull, number 30, who was in the ball game. That's Stull with it back here for Trago. Trago from outside. It is no good, just off the mark. Return shot put up by Kurt. Wagner wouldn't go, but then his second shot did, and he's fouled. Chad Dietrich checking out of the ball game for UDA as Warner back in there for the Trojans. Here's a big rebound in there by Shiley. Justin going up strongly to get that one. Robbie Miller dropping it back here. Shot from outside for three is no good. To return, put up and in. Good by Weaver. Weaver with a good putback that time for UD. It's 12-9 UD by three. They'll spin it right. Oh, man, wide open. He missed the shot. Return shot put up and in. Good by Kurt Wagner. Here's Robbie stepping in with an 18-foot try. No good. Rebound tap back out here for Antes. Antes taking it inside for two. It's no good, but he's fouled. A hold foul will be called on number 23, Wilt, I believe. That's going to send Antes to the line shooting 2. Foul on number 23, Wilt, was his first, as Justin puts his first one in, as he almost always does, and he'll shoot one more. 13-11, Trojans by 2. And now 3. 2 good foul shots by Justin Antes. I mean, he has that down to a science there. Jeez. They'll rifle it over in the left wing. Into the corner it goes, right past Stahl and out of bounds, but tipped over there by UD. So Kramer will inbound the ball. Kurt Kramer Stahl will inbound it. Pushes it on the wing. Now inside they try to go with it to Kramer. Kramer has it, turns around with a 12-foot try. Good. 13-14, UD by 1. Here's Shiley right inside with a nice pass for Miller for 2. Good pass inside for Robbie Miller, who was cutting into the baseline, and Robbie put it right up and in good for 2. Here's Wagner. Wagner over there for Trago. Now the other Wagner, Wagner bounces it here for Stahl. Stahl has it tipped out of his hands nicely by Warner. Back up court it comes. Let's see who's got it. It's going to go out of bounds. They're going to call a foul on Robbie Miller. Be non-shooting. Rob will pick up his first. And Kramer, Kurt Kramer inbounding it here for the other Kramer. Across the court it goes, nearly tipped away. Picked up over there by Trago. Back outside here for Jay Kramer. And Jay taking it around the wing on the baseline, looking for 2. It's good. Jay Kramer with a nice bucket. It's 15-16, UD by 1. Justin Antes with it. Antes in on the baseline for Miller for 2. It's good. Nice bounce pass. Justin Antes to Robbie Miller, and Robbie clicks up 2 more for UDA. 18-15, Trojans by 3. Trago double teaming them back here. Stolen away by Anthony Weaver. Picked up by Miller. Back over here now for Warner, who races in for 2. Kyle Warner with a nice bucket after the UD steal. Trojans now looking like they're going to play a little more aggressively here. And there's the Jay Wagner up front over into the other Wagner. Now on the wing. Shot from over there by Trago. Good for 2. 20-17 with time running down here in the first quarter. 15 seconds remaining in first quarter. 10 seconds. We'll watch this play develop here now. They go inside here for Weaver. Weaver over in the wing. Miller from outside for 3. Just off the mark. Return shot by Shiley off the mark at the buzzer to end the first quarter of play. So it looks like the Mounties came to play on this snowy night anyway. They trail the Trojans by just 3 at the end of 1. It's UDA 20 and West Snyder 17. The crowd here encouraging, come on White, they're saying. They're tired of this now. This is a little too closer than we ever thought it would be at the end of 1. Nice loop in pass in there for that pass to Weaver. Good for 2. Well, Anthony got it on the other side of the basket. He took it and did a reverse layup with that one, but that would work. And I thought that would work against the Mounties. Here comes that Trago pushing into the corner. Here for Page. Right underneath he goes with a nice pass inside for that Wagner. And Kurt Wagner buries one. The corner again here now for Weaver. Back out in front. Here's a pass over there for a shot. Wait a minute. A walk they're going to call. No bucket. They're going to call a walk on Antes that time. Wow. One of the rare times you see Justin get called for a walk. Here's a shot from outside for 3, no good. Rebounded in there to Weaver. Weaver coming back quickly. They'll break it off on the wing here for Miller for 2. It's no good. Robbie missed a shot, 42. Ferguson in there for the Mounties. Here, there's a walk there. Yeah. Page went for a walk. And Udil inbound the ball. 22-19, Trojans by 3. Up court comes Dietrich for Miller over in the wing. Weaver back outside here now. Dietrich outside, shot for 3, in and out, no good. Rebound tipped around, control over here to Weaver. Back for Dietrich. Dietrich goes across the court with it. Shot over there by Miller. He's all set. Shot wouldn't go down. Return shot put up by Andes. Good. Returned by Justin Antes for 2. 24-19, UD by 5. Could be the Trojans' biggest lead of the ballgame so far. Here's Page right underneath. He goes for Ferguson. Ferguson blocked out of there by Antes. Now he'll go on a wing. The ball reached in foul called on Shiley as he reached into Page, and Justin will pick up the personal foul. Miller and Shiley check out Oxidine and Kessler back in there for UD. It was a shot from underneath, blocked away by Chris Kessler, knocked out of bounds. Chris got a big paw on that one and tapped it out of there. And it'll be inbounded here by Jay Wagner. He hands it back to Jay, did Kurt Wagner. Into the corner it goes now. Now a bounce pass into that Kurt Wagner. Kurt, one fake, one shot. And no points on that one. There's a big, strong rebound in there by Antes. Antes near wing here. Now they'll spin it right inside for Kessler. Well, I'm not sure Chris knew that was coming or not, but the shot put up by Weaver is good. Kind of surprised Chris, I think, on that quick pass inside there. But anyway, back with it comes that 23. Jay Wagner from outside for 3, off the mark. Rebound tapped up there nicely, and on the floor it goes. And picked up in here by the other Wagner for 2. It's good. The heck? Chad Dietrich with the ball for Weaver. Weaver looking near for Kessler. Kessler back outside. Shot from out there by Antes wouldn't go down. And the return shot, however, put up by Weaver is good. Anthony Weaver for 2 more for UD. Jay Wagner with it. He'll take it down the wing. Takes it onto the baseline, he does. Spins it inside nicely. They give it right there to that Kramer for 2. It was Kurt Kramer for 2. Or Kurt Wagner, I mean. Here's a shot from the wing over here by Antes off the mark. Rebounded in there to the Mounties. 23 is Wilt. Pushes it over there on the baseline. Stolen away in there nicely. Back with it comes Oxidine. Mark for 2. It is no good. Return shot put up and in. Good by Justin Antes. So Mark's shot kind of rolled off the front, and Justin Antes right there to put it back. 30-23 UD by 7. Biggest margin of the ball game for the Trojans. Here's Ferguson trying to dump it inside. Goes off the hand of Anthony Weaver and out of bounds. Trojans send an entire new squad in there. There's Warner in there with Markle, Shiley, Miller, and Peters. Inbounded here for Wilt. Wilt stepping back looking for 2. In and out, no good. Rebounded in there to Markle. Markle drops it here for Miller. Robbie with a nice pass on here now for Shiley. Looping it over there for Warner, but then out of bounds it goes, and went out of bounds off Kyle Warner, I guess. And Kyle gets up a little gimpy that time, but he'll be okay, I think. I don't want anybody getting hurt in this ball game, that's for sure. Up court comes Wilt with it. Wilt taking it all the way coast to coast. Blocked away nicely in there by Shiley, I think, who got a hand on it and knocked it out of there. Good job by Justin Shiley as Wilt will inbound the ball now for the Mounties. In the wing here there for that Jay Kramer. He went on the floor, ball loose, picked up in there by the Mounties, and then out of bounds it goes on a kickball. Kurt Wagner will inbound the basketball. No, he came into the ball game, right? This is Kurt with it, right here for Jay Wagner. Jay turned away, and I think he turned around with about both feet. He got a call for a walk. So the Trojans will inbound the ball. Kyle Warner bringing it up court for UDA. For Miller. Into the corner, Peters. Alec dropping it here for Warner. Warner from outside for 3 is just off the mark. Rebound inside there to that Wagner. Kurt Wagner bringing it up court. Into the corner he goes with it on the baseline. Back outside for Wagner. Now they roll it back inside again. Shot put up and blocked out of there nicely by the Trojans out of the hands of Wilt. So with 3:12 left here in the first half. Trojans by 7. Stull checks back into the ball game for the Mounties. Here's a ball saved, nearly saved from going out of bounds by Robbie Miller, but not quite. And so Wagner will inbound the ball again. For Wagner to inbound. Going there for Stull. Stull had it tipped out of his hands. Now he's got it back again. Pushing it over here. Stolen away nicely. Quick looping pass ahead here for Robbie Miller. Good for two. Robbie with a nice outlet, quick outlet pass that time, and Robbie was right there. Here's a stolen away again. Shiley with it, picking it off that time for UD. Back here for Markle. Austin Markle taking it inside and hold everything. Got a foul called on the floor, a blocking foul. No shooting. Dietrich will inbound the ball for UDA now. He just came back into the ball game right there for Antes. His shot is good. He's fouled. And Justin will go to the line shooting one to get three. That's a good play the Trojans have there on an inbound play. Looping it inside to Justin Antes, who can really get up. And Justin, 3.5 feet above everybody's head, put the shot in the air, while in the air, and then got himself fouled at the same time. So he'll shoot one to get three, and he missed it. Stull with a rebound, and the crowd goes, ooh, because they can't believe that Justin missed one, but he did. And we got a foul called on UD. Seventh team foul picked up by the Trojans, and that's going to send Stull to the line for the Mounties. He'll be shooting a 1-and-1. 2:41 left here in the first half of the ball game. 34-23, Trojans by 11, and Stull can make it 10, which he did. 34-24. Trojans in double figure with a double figure lead, but Mr. Stull can change that here if he puts this one in. And he did not. The crowd got him away from it. Nice bounce pass here for Dietrich for two. It's good. Oh, good reverse on the dribble by Chad Dietrich, laying that one up and in nicely for UD. All right, here comes Wagner with it. Wagner taking it inside. Over the wing it goes, out of the hands of the Trojans. And it'll be inbounded by Stull of the Mounties, I think. Yeah. Yep, he's going to inbound the ball. Trojans by a dozen. Here's that Jay Wagner. Jay Wagner with Dietrich on him. Inside here for that other Wagner. Over the wing it goes. Stull pushing it back here for Trago. Trago steps up with a 19-foot try. No good. Rebound comes back this way and out of bounds off the shot. I believe it went. Should be UD ball, and it is. They'll inbound it right here in front of us. As Justin Antes will inbound it to teammate Chad Dietrich. The Deet up court with it. Swinging it here for Weaver. Antes looping it inside. Oh, there's that play that I like. There was that play that I like, and Anthony Weaver did not miss that one. Way to go, Anthony. All right, here's a pass over there for Wagner. Inside, they'll throw it away over the head of Page, number 3. And with 1:51 remaining now, the Trojans can come back and get their 40th point of the first half. Started off slowly but surely beginning to pull away from these Mounties now. Here's Antes. Antes backing it off over there for Dietrich. Dietrich, nice bounce pass inside for Weaver. Missed the first try. Second try is good. He's fouled. And Anthony will go to the line shooting one to get 3. The ball kind of came loose the first time. Anthony had it down, came up and kind of slipped around on him. He put the second dribble down and shot it home. Kessler and Oxidine back into the ball game for UDA. There's Anthony's one shot. It is no good. Comes down over this way here, and up court comes Trago with it. Trago looking to put it inside to Page, and his shot blocked away inside there. And up with it come the Trojans quickly here for Dietrich for 2. It is good. Chad Dietrich on a fine quick outlet pass by the Trojans, and I'm not sure exactly. I don't remember who did it, but anyway, it was good. And Chad putting her home. Here's Trago with it. Trago out in front for that Jay Wagner. Jay Wagner taking it on the baseline for 2 is no good. Rebound inside there to the Trojans. Kessler bringing that one down here for Dietrich. Dietrich with a nice bounce pass over in the wing. They spin it for Weaver. Weaver for another try, but a foul called. And Weaver will go to the line shooting 2. Are they going to call him on Weaver? No? Yeah, he's going to shoot a 1-1. Okay, good. Foul was on number 33, Kurt Wagner, and he had picked up his third foul. He still didn't leave. They say, no, he can't leave. The shooter has the ball. So here's his first try, and it's no good. Rebound comes back this way. Weaver almost had it, but picked up here by that Jay Wagner. Jay Wagner down the court with it in the wing here for Trego. And Trego, near wing over here, shot by Jay Wagner for 3 over the mark, and a rebound in there to Stahl. Stahl will push it back on the wing. Shot from out there for 3, no good. Rebound right here to Antes. Antes with a quick bounce pass for Oxidine for 2. It's good. A great pass from Justin Antes to Mark Oxidine. Mark putting her home nicely. Back comes Trego with it. Trego picking up the dribble for Price. It's Wagner back here for Trego. Looping it inside, ball stolen away here by Anthony Weaver. Anthony Weaver, an easy pass for Oxidine for 2. Nice pass as the half comes to an end. So at the end of the first half, the Trojans have just about doubled up the Mounties here now. It's UDA 46 and the visiting Mounties from West Snyder 24. Back with the second half in just one moment. Mounties have the advantage of inbounding the basketball now. Trojans 16 minutes away from winning the whole Tri-Valley League, going undefeated throughout the whole 2002-2003 season. A win tonight will give them 18 in a row, and you can't get more than that in the Tri-Valley League. Shot by over there by Kramer, good for 2. That was that Jay Wagner. The quarter goes off the hands of Anders and out of bounds. It'll be inbounded by the Mounties. Kurt Wagner will inbound the ball. Here it is to Trego. Trego picking it up, looping it back over here for Wagner, but way out of bounds, intercepted over here by Mr. Oxidine, who had a shot and didn't take it. Okay. Anyway, the UD will inbound. Chad Dietrich with it. Back there for that Antis over in the wing. Weaver for Dietrich. Antis taking it in. Putting it up with a left-handed layup. No good. Rebound comes down here. On the floor it goes. Ball tipped loose. Picked up over here by Shiley. Back outside. Miller for 3. It's good. Robbie Miller for 3 after that scramble inside there. Ball hopped back to Robbie, and he put it home. 49-26. Trego up court for the Mounties. All the way down on the wing they go with it for that other Wagner. Picking it up here is Kurt Wagner, and then he's going to be fouled. Whoa, cheap foul. Even Robbie Miller just looked at that one. What the heck was that? Anyway, that's going to send Kurt Wagner to the line, shooting 2. Robbie put his, Wagner put his first one in, second one good. A lady over here from, obviously from the Mounties, she's going woof by herself. We have our woof team when we shoot a foul. Well, she's got her own thing going over there. Here's Shiley back outside, over the wing it comes. Now inside with a stiff pass intended for Robbie Miller, but tapped out of there by the Mounties. I'll tell you, Chad Dietrich can fire that basketball. A lot of times throughout the course of the season, he has fired them, blasted them by people. But this will be Andy's inbounding it now. Back here for Chad. Chad picking it up, rolls it over the baseline there for Weaver. Kicking it back outside here. Andy's for Dietrich. Dietrich here for Miller. Robbie picking it up here for Dietrich. Now inside it goes. Here's Anthony Weaver, rolled off him, tapping it back here for Miller. Anthony wanted to swing around with that one, but it got loose. Here's a ball inside. Dietrich picks it up, spinning around. Had it knocked out of his hand, picked up over there by Page. And then a foul called on this end of the court will be on UD. We'll see who it's on. It's going to be on Antes. Justin will pick up his first of the ball game. And Mounties will inbound. Spinning out front here now. Ferguson 42 in the ball game. 33, that Kurt Wagner, good for 3. So Kurt Wagner as a bright spot on this ball club for Wes Snyder. He just hit a 3. In the corner here is Weaver. Antes to get those 3 back. He did. Justin Antes for 3 for UDA. 52-31 as Trago attempts to bring it up. Does so here for that Kurt Wagner. Kurt Wagner spins it over the wing over there for a shot by Trago. No good. Rebound inside there to Wagner. No good on the shot. And the rebound comes off here to Shiley. He spins it away. They give it back here. And 2 points and timeout called by the Mounties. So we've got 5:09 left here in the third quarter. The Trojans up by 19. And we'll be right back. And he's inbounds the basketball now as the Mountie timeout is over. Dietrich with it for UD. Near wing over here, Anthony Weaver. And hold everything. We got a push foul called on Chad Dietrich. As you probably see him pushing off going across the court here. It was away from the ball, but Chad picks up the personal foul. And Mountie's coming back with it. Trago with it. Trago across the line. Over in the right wing. He'll try to travel over there, but he gets cut off pretty nicely. Ferguson over in the right wing. Miller guarding him. He goes inside. There is a ball comes loose. Picked up over here by Antes. And Justin up court with it for UD. Nice behind the back dribble. 19-foot 2-point try. Good for Justin Antes. Wait, is Justin a pure shooter or what? Back comes Trago. Trago. Working it. Working it. Still working it. Still working it. Well, how many does he get? Okay. Anyway, here's Wagner. Has it stolen away from him. Antes picks it right out of his hands. Antes looking for 2. It is good. The bucket counts. Justin will go to the line, shooting 2. The fouls on number 4, Trago. Antes looking for 1 to get 3, rather. The bucket was good. So it's 56-33, and Justin will shoot 1. Kessler, Warner, and Oxidine back into the ball game for UDA. As Antes and goes to the line to shoot 1. Here it is. It is good. So Justin doesn't care which end of the court he shoots foul shots from. He is about perfect from both. 57-33 UD. Trago bringing it up court for the Mounties. Kessler after him. Chris moving it around. Inside it goes. Stolen away this time by Oxidine. Quick outlet pass here for Antes. Antes for 2. Oh, he tried to dunk it one time. Then another try, and finally Weaver got it to go in. So Justin that time, he just got a little off balance in all due justice to Justin. He got off balance that time. Weaver there to put it back in. But here's another steal for the Trojans. This time it's going to be Warner. Bounce pass over there for Oxidine. He'll drop it back to Warner. Warner has a tap back. Shot put up by Kessler is good. And Chris will go to the line shooting 1 to get 3. So the Trojans getting multiple shots, and the third time is a charm. This time as Chris Kessler got it and put it back up for 2. Way to go, Chris. 61-33, 3.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Trojan following over here, waiting to go whoosh for Chris. Here's his shot. It is off the mark. No good. Rebounded out here to Antes. Antes stops back for looking for 2. Wouldn't go. Rebounded in here too. The Mounties. Trago coming back with it here for that Jay Wagner. Good for 3. So Jay Wagner gets 3. Here's Oxidine. Oh, and he's fouled. Foul will send Oxidine to the line, shooting 2. Foul was on Wilt of Wes Snyder, and Oxidine of UDA at the line, shooting his first of 2. First one good. Mark Oxidine, that is his forte out there, foul shooting. And playing great defense and offense. Otherwise, he's not a bad player. Mark's second shot, good. 2 for 2, 2 good foul shots. And this is Wilt. Spinning it over there on the right side. Down court with it comes Trago. Trago tried to go inside, blocked away nicely in there by Anthony Weaver. Got a hand on that one. He went up high to block that pass, knocked it out of bounds. And so Trago will inbound. Stall number 30 is back in there for the Mounties. we got to have a push foul on Warner. Warner went over to make the steal, and Kyle can't believe that foul either. Whoa, Kyle says, what? He made the steal, looked like a good steal, and they got a push foul called on him. So the Mounties will inbound the ball. Do so back here, Stull. Stull's shot partially blocked, picked off in here by Andy's quick outlet pass here for Oxidine. Oxidine for 2, it's good. Mark is fouled, he'll go to the line shooting 1 to get 3. Way to go, Mark. So our foul shooting machine back at the line. 65-36, 2:56 left in the third quarter. Here's Mark's one and only shot. It is good, of course. Way to go, Marco. And back comes Wilt with it. Wilt nearly had it tipped out of his hands, nearly had it tipped out of his hands again. Oxidine really working on him over here for that Wagner. Tries to go inside, it's knocked off the leg of Anthony Weaver and out of bounds. It'll be Mounties inbounding. Trojan said that's enough for those guys. We'll send 5 new ones in there, and here they come. Shiley back in there along with Miller, Peters, Dietrich, and Markle. Here's Stull. Stull pushes it inside, puts his shot up, he's fouled. Foul will be on Alec Peters, and that's going to send Stull to the line shooting 2 for the Mounties. Stull's first shot is good. Here's his second try. It is no good. Rebound comes down here, and Markle has it for UD. Back for Alec Peters. Peters, cross court he goes there for Chad Dietrich. Chad moving in, giving it to Miller. Miller from outside. Off the mark. Rebound inside there. Let's see. Tapped around and controlled the Stull. Then on the floor it goes, and I got to call a walk on Markle. As Austin went to the floor and spun around and gave the ball away, and then they called a walk on him. That's one call there that I just, so arbitrary. Sometimes they call it, sometimes they don't. Here's the inbounds play knocked away by Peters, who steps back and wants to shoot a 3 and couldn't get it to go down. Rebounded in here too, the Mounties. Trago dropping it here for Stull. This is that Jay Wagner. Jay Wagoner stopping. Nope. From outside for 3. Nope, off the mark. Rebound on the far side, controlled there to Robbie Miller. Robbie with a quick pass down here for Markle. Markle stopping, popping, wouldn't go. Markle battling for the rebound. Pick it off in there by Wilt, however. And back come the, here comes Wagner. Wagner for 2, no good. Rebound underneath, a shot put up and a foul called. Foul will be on Chad Dietrich, and that's going to send Price to, or Page rather, to the line shooting 2. Up his 3rd foul. First shot by Page is good. Page will shoot one more, and here it comes. It is good, so he goes 2 for 2. And up court come the Trojans now with 1:40 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Miller into the corner here for Peters. He'll go back to the corner. Markle would like to get 3. Nope, not that time. Rebound comes down there to Stull. And Stull will drop it off over there for Trigo. Trigo, Stull. Stull from outside for 3. Off the mark. Rebound comes right down inside there, though, and Wilt puts it back. No good. Rebound is to Shiley. And Justin will drop it back here for Miller. Robbie coming down the court. Stopping. Dropping it on the baseline for a shot by Markle. Good for 2. A good play that time. They dropped it on the baseline to Austin Markle. Markle one low dribble and then put it right up and in good. That's Wagner. Pushing it back here for Stull. Stull good for 3. So Stull, who has more hair than all the other team members combined, puts that one in for 3. Here's Peters. Peters looking underneath. Nothing happening. Shot from outside by Shiley is good for 2. Shiley from the elbow with that nice semi-jump shot. Puts it home. Comes that Jay Wagner. Jay Wagner. Clock down to 20 seconds. Trago. Trago out front. They'll work it down for the last shot, I guess. Trago into the baseline. Jumping it inside with a nice pass for Page for 2. It's good. So Page shoots up over top of a couple of UD ball players. There's Robbie Miller chasing one down into the wing. Steps back, looking for 3. Off the mark. Rebounded in there to Markle. His shot blocked away, but then no shot, no foul. 70-44 UDA with 8 minutes remaining in the season, the TVL season, and we'll be back with those 8 minutes in just a moment. Back to play in the bottom quarters. Pass inside for Oxidine, good for 2. Nice pass from Chris Kessler, I believe it was that time, to Mark Oxidine, and Mark put it home. Kessler is in there with Oxidine and Robbie Miller. Weaver back into the ball game for UD. Pushing it into the corner. Shot from over here by Ferguson, no good. Rebounded right inside there by Mark Oxidine. Quick pass down here for Robbie Miller. Robbie stepping back, looking for 3. It's off the mark. Rebounded in there to Wagner. This is that Kurt Wagner. He'll try to throw it out of bounds on this side, and he did. Out of bounds will go. UD ball. Miller will inbound it to that Chad Dietrich. Oxidine back outside here. Miller for 3. Just off the mark. Rebound comes down here and a foul called. Oh, they called that foul on Chad. That was a terrible call. They were both backing off. If anybody, Trago was backing into Dietrich. Gee whiz. Terrible call. Anyway, it's going to send Trago to the foul line, shooting a 1-and-1. Here's his first shot, good. Oh, ready to shoot his second one, and it is good also. So he made 2. 72-46. Quick pass here to Robbie Miller. Robbie taking it inside for 2 off the mark. Return shot put up by Kessler, wouldn't go. Kessler still has it. Pushes it out here for Robbie. Robbie backs up, puts a shot up. It's good. And Rob will go to the foul line, shooting 1 to get 3. 74-46 with 7 minutes remaining. Wonder what the Trojan guys might be thinking now. I'm not going to tell you what I'm thinking, but Rob will be shooting 1 to get 3 as Justin Antes re-enters the ball game for UDA. First shot by Rob, or the one and only shot by Rob, good. 75-46. Up the court they come. Near wing here for that Wagner. Jay Wagner from outside for 3. It's good. Jay Wagner gets 3. 49 to 76. 75. It's a nice charge inside here by Andes for 2. A little bit short on the shot, or partially blocked, whichever, and he missed it. And back with it come the shot by Wagner for 3 again. It's good for 3 more. Look out, that Jay Wagner putting them in here now. It's 52-75. Miller to get those 3 back for UDA. It's good. Robbie Miller for 3. 78-52. Rob says, if you can do that, we can do that. Comes that Jay Wagner. Jay Wagner, not a very big guy. I don't know what his first name is. Probably John or something. But anyway, it's Jay on the scoreboard, so that's what we'll call him. But anyway, not a big guy, but he can shoot him up. Trago, near wing here for that 24 G Wagner. We got so many Wagners in here now. For 2 this time. Good. Jay Wagner for 2 more. Quick pass down the court here. Robbie Miller goes to the hoop for 2. It is no good, but he's fouled. And Robbie will go to the line shooting 2 for UDA. Here's Robbie's first shot. It is good. 79-84. And Rob with a chance to give the Trojans 80 if he puts this one in. It is good. 80-54. UDA by 26. And back comes Trago for the Mounties. Another steal here by Robbie Miller. Robbie going in nice and easily. Bounces it back here so that Andis can get a shot. It is good. Robbie Miller missed it, and then it'll be Weaver put it in. So there's 3 seniors there. Miller had the first try, Andy's the second try, Anthony Weaver put it in. Seal again here. This time it's Robbie. What's he going to do with this one? He'll put it in himself this time. No fanciness on that one. It's 84-54 as the Trojans now with 5 minutes to play. Really picking up the pace. Now they'll drop back. They'll go over the wing. Shot from over there. No good. Rebound comes down here. Miller has it. He'll push it to Dietrich for two, it's good. Chad Dietrich for two, and timeout called by Wes Snyder. 86-54 with almost 5 minutes left to play, 4:49, so hang on to your hat here, boys. We'll be right back. Okay, now the timeout is over, and Wes Snyder will inbound the basketball. Coach Caldon tells his defensive men to get back. He says, we don't want to make these guys look too bad here now. No, it's not a humiliation thing out here. But the Trojans doing what they do so naturally, of course, and sometimes they can't help it. Here's a nice steal by Oxidine. Mark down the wing. He'll spin it here for pass into the corner here for Warner. Inside there for Chris Kessler. Chris goes over the wing with it, dropping it back out here for a pass to Oxidine. Weaver for three. It's good. Weaver for three, and the crowd goes crazy for Weave, who is just one very well-liked ball player here at UDA, one of many. But we've got he has his crowd here. 89-54. Stolen away again, this time by Warner. He'll spins it back inside. The ball picked up in here. They'll roll it back over to the corner for three. Oh, it's blocked out of there by Chris Kessler. But Chris will pick up the big blocking foul. Chris, the big senior here at UDA, playing his last ball game here tonight. And Chris is called for the big block and the foul. And that's going to send Page to the line, shooting two. Page's first shot is good. Here's his second one. It is good also. Two good foul shots by number 3, Page, and timeout. Stull coming back into the ball game for that Kurt Wagner. He checks out of the ball game, and the Trojans will inbound the ball with 3:56 remaining. It's 89-56. Warner up court for UDA. Over the wing he goes. Antes with it. Justin wants to take it inside. Hops to the hoop for two. It's good. But Justin Antes working it down the paint that time with a good hop, skip, and a jump, and looped it in for two. 91. This is Trago. Trago. Right on the baseline. He tried to fire it inside there for Wilt, but out of his hands and out of bounds it goes. It'll be UD inbounding. They'll push it back here for Warner. Kyle coming up court for UD. Kyle pushing it out here for Chris Kessler. Kessler for Antes. Antes back. This is Oxidine. Antes hold everything. Nope, he said he walked with it. They say that Justin Antes walked with that one. 3:11 remaining in the ball game. 91-56 the score. And back comes that Jay Wagner. Jay taking it down the wing, stopping, popping it out front here. Wilt with it over to Wagner, stolen away nicely in there by the Trojans. Oxidine here for Antes. Antes had it pulled out of his hands, but foul called, I think, on Jay Wagner. And Justin Antes will go to the foul line for UDA. He'll be shooting two. Correction on the foul. The foul was on number 4, Trago. But Justin Antes is still going to the line shooting two. First one, good. Nothing but net. Weaver checks out of the ball game for UDA and gets a good hand from the crowd here. In to replace him came Alec Peters. And here's second try. Good. Two perfect foul shots for Justin Antes. And Justin Antes will check out of the ball game for UDA. What a season this young man has had, and it will continue as he's a junior. He'll be playing some ball next year for UDA also. So with 2:50, the Trojans now with 93 points. Here comes that Jay Wagner. Tries to bump it inside, dropping it for Stull right between his legs and out of bounds, or right past his leg perhaps, and out of bounds it goes. Here's Warner. Warner up court with it for UDA. Warner's going to take it all the way coast to coast, puts a shot up, but a foul called before the shot. And Kyle will go to the line shooting a 1-and-1. Here's Kyle's first shot, and it is good. Nothing but net for that Kyle Warner guy. Kyle puts his second one in, and he can give the Trojans their 95th point with 2.5 minutes remaining as Kurt Wagner comes back into the ball game for the Mounties. Here's a second shot by Warner. It is in and out, no good. Rebound under there. Peters has it. Peters dropping it back here. Let's see. Warner has it for UD. In on the baseline. There's a shot put up by Marco, good for two. 96-56. 2:15 left in the ball game. Up court they come. This is at Wagner. Wagner stopping, looking for three more. Just off the mark that time. Rebounded nicely inside there to Kessler. He'll swing it back here for Oxidine. Quickly ahead here for Warner for two. No good. On the rebound, let's see. It's Wagner coming back with it. Kurt Wagner for the Mounties. Near wing, he'll go for that. Jay Wagner. Jay on the baseline, drops it inside for a shot by Wilt. No good. A return shot put up by Stahl is no good, but Stahl's hammered, and he'll go to the line shooting two. Foul was on Alec Peters, his second. Stahl missed his first one. Second try, no good. So Stahl missed a pair. On the floor it goes. Picked up in there by Stahl. Dropping it back here now for that Wagner. This is Kurt Wagner for Jay Wagner. Jay Wagner working around the wing over there. They'll push it inside for Kurt Wagner. He's looking for two. No good. Rebound underneath there to the Trojans, but out of bounds it goes with 1.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. And Jay Wagner will inbound. It's right over there for Stull. Stull on the baseline, stopping and dropping it out here for that K. Wagner. For three, it's no good. Rebounded in there to the Trojans. Quick outlet pass here for Oxidine. Ox with it behind the back dribble. Shot's good. And the bucket counts, and Mark will go to the foul line. He's a senior playing his last game here too, of course. And Mark gets the Trojans their 98th point, and if he puts one in here, it'll be 99-56. And UDA at the line, Mark Oxidine shooting one. It is good. Mark just puts them in. 99-56. The Trojans playing the Tri-Valley League Championship ball game against West Snyder. The schedule just happened to end up this way. So the Trojans with an opportunity here, and timeout called by the Mounties. So we're down to 1.6 minutes remaining in the season, and the Trojans trailing by one. No, just kidding. From the 100 point, that is. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, the timeout's over now, and the Mounties have the basketball. Inside of a minute to play. 57 seconds left in this one. This is Wilt out front. Wilt, in the little corner it goes. They'll drop it back here for Wilt. Kessler after him. They roll it back near wing over here, just about without a backcourt. But anyway, ball nearly tapped away, and a foul will be on Kessler, and that's going to send number one, Jay Wagner, to the line, shooting two, because the Trojans have now committed their 10th foul. So Wagner at the line to shoot two. And that's going to do it as the squads change here now. The Trojan bench up to greet these young fellas who have come off here, the seniors, playing their last bit of basketball here at UDA. And boy, what a job these guys have done this year. That's for darn sure. That is one bunch of good kids there. Here's Jay Wagner with his shot good for one or two, whatever it was. 58-99. And Warner coming back for UDA. Pushing it over to wing. Here's Andis. Andis the junior looking for three. It is no good. There's Peters with one try. Peters with another try. He's fouled. And Alec will go to the line shooting two. If Alec makes one of these, the Trojans can, of course, hit the century point. And the boys over here hollering at them. Yeah, the Trojans have had some great followers this year. Both students and adults have been doing a wonderful job supporting this team from back in December. So here's Alec with his first of two. It is good. And the crowd erupts to that one. They like it, as Trojans have scored their 100th point. And here's Alec's second try. It is good. 101-59 with 26 seconds remaining. Over into the corner it goes. Shot from outside for three. It's good by that Kurt Wagner. And back come the Trojans now as Warner looping it inside here for a shot underneath to, who was that? Andes. Boy, Andes went down hard on that one, trying to catch up with that pass, and out of bounds it goes. Back with it come the Mounties. And he'll swing it in here now as it goes down to 3 seconds, and a foul called with 1.1 second remaining in the season. The foul will be on number 45, Shiley. He'll pick up his third with 1.1 seconds remaining. So to the foul line goes Kurt Wagner for two. Shot number one, no good. He will shoot one more. For those of you out in the refreshment booth, I'm going to be leaving you after the ball game ends to go down on the floor and get some shots and so forth here. Here's a long shot at the buzzer. Wow, just off the rim, no good. But the Trojans have done it now as they have completed their Tri-Valley circuit this year without a loss. The final ball game here at UDA shows the Trojans by a score of 101-62. And we congratulate Coach Calnon and Coach Antes and assistant over there, Andy Deppen, for all of the great stuff that he has done this year with these kids. Boy, what a ball club the Trojans have, and they'll be heading on to the playoffs now as we get ready for a celebration and perhaps a presentation. I'm not sure, but we're going to see some of the crowd here filing down to shake the hands and congratulate the young ball players here. But we'll see what goes after this now as the coach Calnan, I hear him telling them to stay here, so they're going to be here as Mr. Weaver will address the group.
We have the team over here, the coaches.
Here's Mr. Weaver's presentation.
You look up on the banner, it's been 10 years since we were able to put a number up there for boys basketball. And I think we should give this team a round of applause. We have here the trophy for the Tri-Valley League. We were able to get it here tonight to be able to present it at this time. I'd like to give this to Coach Calvin.
Great pitcher, huh? Deserved win. Like,
Real quick, I don't have the microphone here, but please listen real quick. This is a dream come true for these boys tonight, an absolute dream. When we first started, we had a vision, and we thought, wouldn't it be neat? We looked at the schedule, wouldn't it be neat to be cutting down the nets on the very last game of the year against West Snyder? And that was it. We talked about that. We talked about filling in that bracket right up there on the that little blank up there on the end there with our felt saying 2003. But with that dream then came a lot of work. And these kids have the greatest work ethic in the entire world. And they deserve absolutely everything that they've accomplished this year. We've played through intense hostile situations all year long in gyms where the people were very hostile towards us, and teams that were very, very competitive against us, and we came through. And if you read the newspaper or have a player on the team, you would understand that we talk about the fist. And that fist signifies 5 important things: trust in each other, care for each other, collectively be responsible for your actions for each other, have pride, and last, communicate. And that's the thing, that fist right there is what kept us undefeated through a really tough schedule this year, and kept us undefeated against a very good opponent tonight in an improving West Snyder. I thought they shot the ball, and they played extremely well tonight against us, made us look like we weren't sure what we were doing at times. That's a credit to them. They played extremely well tonight, and Coach Riley. We're not done yet. We're going to take off tomorrow, and then we're going to come in on Thursday and reset some goals. We're not done. 22-2, we're not finished yet. We want to represent this league in a high manner in districts. It starts next Tuesday down at Lower Dauphin, where we play a very competitive team from the Berks County area by the name of Kutztown. We would appreciate your support that you have given us all year long down there. What I forgot to say is, when we were in these hostile situations all year long, we looked out there and the crowd was typically more than 50% Trojan troopers, and that is just a credit to this community of following these kids. Lower Dauphin has a big gym, but I think if we can get a lot of people excited to follow us now in this second season now, we can fill that sucker up with a lot of people in orange and black and white. If you can make it at 4 o'clock, we're going to be leaving. The bus is going to be leaving at 4 o'clock out here. We love the movie Hoosiers. And in Hoosiers, what happens is this small rinky-dink rural school would get on the bus, and the whole community following would follow the bus in single file all the way down. So that when the bus pulls in, it's not 5 guys that they're going to be playing, but the whole community that Kutztown's going to be playing down there. If you can, I know there's work schedules and things like that, but the bus will be leaving from out here. If you want to form a line and follow our bus down to Lower Dauphin, it would bring even more chills to an already chilly situation right now. Goosebumps all over me right now. This is just awesome. We thank the fans tremendously for their support, and we're not done yet. So continue to follow. We're not going to Disneyland now. Now we're going out for a fire truck ride.
Hey, Mike. Thank you. There you go, fellas. That's a good job.
Take a fire truck ride here, boys.
Well, we're outside now with the crowd who has gathered out here as the fellas get ready to take off on a fire truck swing around the town to celebrate this special night for the boys here at UDA. And they're going to just go circle around the block. Hi, Tom. And then they'll be coming back here to the school. So there'll be plenty of folks congratulating them, I'm sure, as terrible. Had a nice light here, but it's not working. So we'll just show you what we can of the fellas here getting set to go here. Whoops.
Where the coach? No. Where the coach?
Go Trojans! Yeah, baby! You want my coat? You want my coat?
Hey!
Want my coat? Varsity jacket. The coaches could sit right here in the front. Matt! Phil! Sean! Get the camera here, Trojans! Everybody on flop.
Andrew, I don't know. I don't see him. Jeez.
Tango, baby! Halloween day, yeah! We are! Ready? Walk the ward, okay? Hey, boys, walk the ward. Everywhere we go, who we are, so we
Come the victors back from their tour around the town of Elizabethville here as they celebrate this big win tonight. And the horns are blaring, as you can tell, and it's going to be fun to watch these guys go the rest of the way and see what happens here. I'm sure they're about frozen on here now. That truck did not have anyone on it. That was the lead vehicle, and now we have the rest of them coming in here now. So we'll watch these guys disembark. The cheerleaders are here too, of course, as well as the ball club. You're frozen, huh?
Get those back.
Oh, yeah. There you go, Joey. Hey, wait. Want to say anything to your buddies? No? Okay. Hey, Chris, want to say anything to your buddy? To your teammates? Yeah, sure. Here, come on, you're a senior. You can say something. Chad will say something to your buddy.
To my buddies, too.
They're the teammates.
Hey, fellas, unbelievable year. Never would have dreamed it, but fist, baby, kept it going. Congratulations to everyone. And younger kids, keep it going next year.
It was a great season, guys. We all played as a team, and look what we accomplished. Number one, 22-2 right now, and going to districts, playing at Lower Dolphin, 6 o'clock.
Yep. And our coach was all right, too. Our coach did an okay job.
And the Star Spangled Banner was excellent.
Yeah. This was an awesome season, guys. I hope it keeps on going in districts and state.
Excellent season, guys. We want the same thing next year, and good luck to all the seniors.
Okay.
Awesome season. All our dreams came true. We hope to do it again next year.
All right. Way to go, bud. Okay.
Dave's bashful.
Dave's bashful. All right. Blake, want to say something to the team?
Great season, UDA. Just keep it going in districts. We're going to win states, all right? Go UDA, yeah!
All right. Way to go, Blake.
Yep. I don't know what to say, but dream come true. Ever since I was little, I wanted to do this. It's awesome. I don't know what else to say. Thanks, Coach.
There we go.
No, let's do that for you!
Ask Chad.
Let me crack the champagne now. No practice, of course, tomorrow, and seniors will see you Thursday. We'll be scrimmaging, like I told you. At the elementary, if anyone can make that. 3:30 tomorrow at the elementary, if anyone can make it. Boy, having third and fourth graders. 3:30 tomorrow elementary. Are we able to go? No, I won't be there. That's fine. If anybody can make it, that's fine. The little third and fourth graders get a kick out of that. Otherwise, Thursday, Millersburg's coming for a scrimmage. Millersburg will be coming for a scrimmage on Thursday right after school.
Want to say anything to the team? No? Okay.
Yep, you can go. You get your stuff out of the locker room. There's a lot of stuff in the locker room, boys. There's a lot of stuff in the locker room you might want to get. Yes.
Rob, where are you headed?
Mikey, do you have any comments?
I have a lot of comments. I think Summer Horkler is the best cheerleader in the entire universe. I think that second only to Lauren Miller. Yes, second only Lauren Miller. No, I think that this is just a tremendous way to end a season with a home court championship, never before done by me. I don't even know if it's ever been done by an Upper Dauphin team in the past. So this is to win it on their own home court and cut down nets, not for a long time. So we etched our mark in history tonight, and it wasn't easy, it wasn't pretty, it certainly wasn't a Picasso. I would call it more like a Fernie type of a thing. How about it, Fernie? A finger painting. I'd call it a finger painting rather than a Picasso, but you know, like I said, West Snyder shot well. It was ridiculous the way they shot, but yeah, but we'll take it, and we're the champs, and hopefully this is the first of a lot to come here.
Right on.
Yep, all right.
Okay, very good.
All right.
Catch you later.
Yep.
I'm going to just fade on.
Okay, you fade on me.